Hello, everybody. It's going to be a short one today, up the Villa, and it is basically about the breaking story today that Aston Villa, the mighty Aston Villa, will be taking part in the Premier League's summer series. 6 Premier League teams take part. Aston Villa, of course, the box office hit in that one, surely. But they will be taking part in the summer series where they will be on the east coast of the United States of America. Now, I know we have a lot of listeners out in the US. I know we have a lot of viewers as well now with our YouTube channel. Let me know your thoughts on Villa going out there. Let me know if you're going to be trying to get to one of the games. Maybe even spread the word on where people can stay around there, what they can get up to, and the various different locations that Villa will be playing in. Now, the 6 teams who are going to be taking part are Aston Villa, as I said, the box office hit, surely. Brentford, Brighton, Chelsea, Fulham and Newcastle, So the first game that Aston Villa will be playing is on Sunday, July 23rd at Lincoln Financial Field in the home of Rocky Balboa himself, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They will be playing Newcastle United. Well, going to be a very interesting game, that one, because I know we're playing Newcastle this weekend, and we'll have more on that this week, later this week. I am being kept up at night thinking about the possibility of playing against Alexander Isak, who I think is a fantastic player. Callum Wilson as well. The two of them worked really well together against Brentford this weekend, so I'm a little bit about it all. But hey, I back the Villa team, and I back Professor Unai Emery to come up with a plan for that team. Indeed, it will be in Philadelphia. And at that stage in late July, you would think that Newcastle and Aston Villa will be 2 of the more active Premier League teams in the transfer window as they look to build squads that can match their ambitions that are ultimately to get in the Champions League. Aston Villa, who will we have bought by that point? Will Matteo Guendouzi show up? Never know, but I suspect there'll be a few players that we can't predict. I think Alex Moreno is a player you couldn't have predicted that Professor Unai Emery wanted to sign. Does the job for him, a really good signing so far. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few more like that. Newcastle, of course, if they make it into the top 4, they will just go big because they have the financial firepower to basically outspend any team in the world. So the next game after that will be on Wednesday, July 26th at the Exploria Stadium in Orlando, Florida. I can't wait to see the pictures of the entire Villa squad at Disneyland. They're going to be there with the castle behind them. Ollie Watkins maybe in a little Mickey Mouse hat. Who knows? We're going to do the lot. It's going to be great seeing the team out there. There'll be some fun photos, I'm sure, some fun experiences. So Newcastle, Fulham in Orlando. And then the trip is completed on Sunday, July 30th at FedEx Field, Landover, Maryland, when Aston Villa play Brentford. I think it's great that Aston Villa are doing these pre-season tours. They have done a pre-season trip in the US before. I believe it was I want to say it was in Minnesota. That was done a few years ago, but it feels like with the trip to Australia last year and in the US this year, that kind of global approach from Aston Villa has gone into overdrive. And look, Aston Villa are a global fan base. You can see it with where we get downloads. We get a lot of downloads in Australia and in the US. And it's important for Aston Villa not just to give an opportunity to fans who are based in countries like that, quite far away, basically, from the UK, to see the team that they support and experience it, but also, to grow the fan base. Because if Villa don't do it, somebody else will. So good to get out there and, give an opportunity to fans to, for people who follow soccer and particularly the Premier League, to find a team that they can follow. And every week they follow the boys in claret and blue. So I think it's really good. I think back on the Australia trip last year when Villa were in Brisbane, I remember in the Pig and Whistle pub, right in the city centre, the main government building all lit up in claret and blue. The fans are loving it. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So I'm delighted to see it. I would love to go there myself. Dare I to save up as much money as I can to go see Aston Villa out in the East Coast of the US? Well, look, if there are those who are going to do it, Please leave comments below here on YouTube if you're based out there on the things that we can do if we go out there to visit, where to stay, what to do locally. I mean, look, Landover, Maryland. I don't know a great deal about Landover. I know a lot more about Orlando, but hey, there's a lot of stuff to do in Orlando as well that maybe I don't know about and a lot of Villa fans don't know about as well. So if you're based in Philly, Orlando, Maryland, let us know what to do. It would be a great experience. And if you're part of the AVFC North American Lions or wherever else, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of them out there. It's going to be a brilliant experience, colourful claret and blue experience. So yeah, look, next up, it's going to be talking all about Newcastle this week. We'll have a little chat about that. Look ahead to Alexander Isak and the Newcastle army that are coming to play at Villa Park on the weekend. But hey, look, still buzzing from Villa's big winning run, and buzzing even more to see Aston Villa being run so well and so professionally by doing these pre-season tours. Up the Villa, and I'll see you in a bit. Subscribe and like, please.